any of you that have been around for a while, you know that I've shown off my Ferris sweep quite a bit, but, well, a few different times, and it's one of my, like, larger videos when I look at my content. It's got, like, the most views and things like that, like one of the Ferris sweep videos, the first one that I did about it. But the keyboard that I've had the longest that actually got me into mechanical keyboards was actually the Ergodox EZ. So this one has been around for actually longer than any of the other keyboards that I've picked up, including the XD75. And I mean, you've seen it in different videos in the background, kind of just hanging out here. But the Ergodox I've had since about, summer of 2020. And so so early on it got really iterated on, and I made a bunch of layouts for it. And some of the layouts I still use quite actively. So like you've got the QWERTY layout currently that it's on. Obviously, I think I've shown it like vaguely the layout in the UI before, but get out of there. You can see that I've got the Vim keys lighted differently and different symbol keys and all. If I go to the Dvorak layer, then you can see that I've got different colors for those. I can go back and I've got Colmax set up. And again, you can probably kind of tell where things are. This Z is actually a Z, but it's also doubles as control, so it's like the default one on QWERTY. But I've also got a few other layers that I've set up in like preparation of getting the Ferris in the first place, but I haven't really used since. I think my more interesting one is the gaming one that's kind of generally good for most FPS games and for Elder Scrolls. So you've got your movement, switching, whatever, cluster on the left-hand side. Get over there. And then like your F keys and arrow keys and a couple extra things for like old games that use like the square brackets for navigation, enter for selecting stuff, and M for your med pack or map stuff. F keys up along here, F1 through 12. That kind of a thing. I've had it for longer than anything else, and this is basically, like I said, what got me into mechanical keyboards. I've switched out keycaps. When I got the XD75, I got a specific keycap set for it, and I've taken some of those keycaps that didn't quite fit and put them in here. Then when I needed more of the red keycaps to fill in spots so it didn't look too weird, but it looks kind of weird, then I filled in corners in places, obviously, and I've still got more of those 1U keycaps. And then when I got sample switches with the XD75, I installed a clicky key in here. So this keyboard is really the one that started me down this whole rabbit hole. So you can blame Ergodox for it. And I've come to really like it, and I've grown really used to it. And if anybody has ever wondered, like, oh, is it better? It's like, I'd say it's a lot better. I mean, for one, I get to split my shoulders apart to where they're like actually at a good position for both sides. But also, if I need to type or do anything, I can set my stuff right in the center and right in front of me. So if I've got food here, I've got like that whole area there that I can take advantage of to put a plate there, and it's like front and center rather than having to move everything off to the side to make room, or like pushing it back up all the way. If I really need to, I can like move a wrist pad or two. to make a little bit more extra space, but I'm not like completely moving things off to the side and then like having to switch all the way over here to do things. So, I mean, split keyboards in general, yes. Ergodox EZ, definitely. Oh, of course, ZSA has the Moonlander is kind of their like big flagship keyboard that they now use basically. And so that's just like one of these halves with way more keys and less keys in the thumb cluster, but it's got way more keys in the main portion, and you can tear off the thumb cluster portion, and they're all 1U sized keys. So you could like get 1U keycaps like these and replace them completely, and you've got a lot of options for different keycaps you can put on. So if you're looking at the Moonlander, I haven't tried it myself, but it sounds like a good deal. It's got built-in wrist pads, so I don't see why not. I mean, Ferris is your other one if you want something that's more pocketable, of course. But the Ergodox EZ has been kind of the one that started me off, and I've really loved over the last couple of years. It's been my longest going mechanical keyboard, and even though they're all like brown switches, if I really wanted to switch things up and try something different, I have that option because it's all hot swappable, obviously. And I can customize it myself, and they've given me the tool to do that wherever I lost it at. It's fine. But yeah, that's kind of my first keyboard and the mechanical thing. I haven't really gone too in depth to it. I've kind of like brushed over it, but this is really like the first ground one that I've used for quite a while, and I make it really easy on myself because I've got like my super key and my layer key for Dvorak because that's the more frequent one that I use. I'm still working on learning Colmac to see, but very configurable. I like it because getting into keyboards that let you configure it from the firmware also, like the Ergodox EZ does, is really, really cool because you're not limited by what settings your OS has. So, and sometimes your OS settings can get in the way, and it can be rather bad, but something that's configurable like this lets you do different things and have more functionality in your keyboard that you might not be able to have otherwise. So, would I recommend it? Yes. Yes, I would. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Algorithm really seems to like that, and it actually helps it get directly out to more people. And you can even join the chat and interact when I'm not online or what have you in Discord, Guilded, XMPP, and check out my streaming stuff. Links are all in the description places, and I will see you guys later.